But we'll do this. How many minutes will it? We'll just go from the start again.
Oh, here we go! I've been so excited for this. What I'm about to show you is some Overwatch 2 alpha footage with all the changes that they are making in Overwatch 2. If you're interested in some of the new maps, those will be over on my second channel, Flats 2, link in the description / maybe pinned comment. But yeah, I'll just let the changes speak for themselves. But I have a question for you. What sound do you think this is? The sounds in this game are so good. Please pay attention to them as you watch this video. I don't think they get enough credit, and they really bring this game to life. Enjoy. All right, this is kind of new, because I normally just do stuff on stream, but hi. So as you can see,
but hi.
in the alpha, I felt bad I couldn't tell anybody, which was not that great, and I wanted to show you guys some of the new reworks and some of the new heroes. So first up, let's look at Doomfist. Now, if you already look at my bottom right, you can see it looks very different. Also on my bottom left, you see my health pool is actually 450. Doomfist is considerably bigger than he is on live. Obviously to make up for him being a tank. Doomfist does not behave totally the way you think he does. For example, his right-click punch no longer is a one-shot. Fully charge up on this bot. Full charge punch no longer is a one-shot. In my opinion, from what I've been testing and trying with a lot of these new reworks and heroes,
it's just weird to think that the punch isn't a one-shot.
Now, let's talk about the two big ones, shall we? The first one being, it's what his E is. Now, his E and his shift are actually changed on the alpha, so his block was his E and his slam was his shift. But as a 5-year Overwatch veteran at this point, I could not physically put my Doomfist E on shift. So I changed it. That's why you'll notice that it says E and shift. And maybe if you watch other people's point of views, those... Just
me over here with all custom keybinds. Like, literally, my abilities are on my side mouse. My reload is Z. Shift in my melee. Caps is crouch. It's like, bro.
Might be reversed.
For 4 years, by the way.
So they've kind of combined his uppercut and his E a little bit, so it travels pretty far. Now, if you saw, there was a massive shockwave. It's kind of like a mini stun, and it does damage, and it's a pretty large area effect. I'll show you on these bots. So it does about somewhere in the range of 25 damage for his E. It's a good AoE damage, especially if teams are grouped up. As you can see, it's a very large field of view. Now, Doomfist's E is very differently behaved now. For example, I can E up onto this high ground naturally. Let me show you.
So weird.
So they kind of combined his uppercut and his slam into this new movement ability where it's, you kind of take high ground, and it feels to me almost like Winston jump.
Monkey.
Now, you just saw there I didn't reach, and I felt a little clunky, like hitting the wall and getting stuck. So they've thought of that already, and you can cancel it. And there's a lot of tech with Doomfist. So I'm going to look straight up, and I'm going to hit his E and then cancel it on the way up. Watch what happens.
A Doomfist made it Overwatch 2?
I can get some serious.
Countering the forest blue,
now,
literally.
You can also cancel it with this.
Like, watch this, watch this.
Let me show you what that looks like.
Fire counter!
You can end up halfway across the map if you do some of this.
Oh my god.
Now, there's definitely some practical uses for it, as well as some impractical uses.
I saw a clip of Quaked on. I saw a clip of Quaked on countering a Pharah as bloody Doomfist. And he just literally did his slam and punched her in the face, and like, bruh. He literally countered up Pharah so easily.
For it.
Doom tank, by the way.
I definitely noticed that it's good for getting back fast. The last part.
The ultimate looks cool.
Is his block. So Doomfist's block takes 90% of incoming damage. So it's a 90% damage reduction. I can kind of show you how it works here on the bots, but it's not great. So you saw the little bar on the right side? That meter charges up to 100. Like taking 100 damage or 100%.
Bruh.
Basically. So if you take damage, it charges his fist, his empowerment fist. When it's charged, it charges the rate.
Oh, it stays charged. What?
It stuns them for
dead Pharah, literally.
it actually doesn't feel too bad. Play against and play with.
That's like a Cassidy stun.
The big concern, obviously, is CC. I would argue the CC is not that strong, but it can hit multiple people. So if you take damage,
I don't know. That's like a Cassidy stun, in my opinion.
You punch them and they're together. You could actually knock all 3 or 5, technically, if they're all like that grouped, back into a wall, or at least further enough back. And then lastly, his ult. I'll show you the.
Look how cool that looks. What the hell? Wait.
So, back into a wall, or at least further enough.
Wait, look how cool this looks. Look at that.
I'll show you the empowerment of this stuff.
That looks sick.
Next up, we've got Orisa. Now,
Orisa.
The first thing I think I've noticed is Orisa's gun looks like it's a little bit higher. Like it's like, instead she's normally like this, now she's like this. Bottom left-hand corner, 500 HP.
True, it does kind of look like she's in the screen more.
And look at her bottom right. Do you notice something? There's a few changes.
One,
her gun has unlimited ammo. Now, before you panic, there's a cooldown, so you can't just fire non-stop. There's also some changes where she has a javelin.
Oh, that bomb must be the cooldown.
The spinny spear, as I like to call it. But I guess the official name is technically names are technically the energy javelin and the javelin spin. Her left click does 10 damage per bullet, which isn't a whole lot, but it's actually pretty decent.
Orisa has evolved, guys.
What I mean when I show you the left click damage. So let me show you what those bullets look like.
What? Bruh. That's cool.
And of course you can overheat.
Whoa. Wait. The animation though?
And of course you can overheat.
Look at that animation. That's actually sick as.
That's pretty cool. But the orbs are actually quite chunky. So it may seem like I'm doing a lot of damage. However, though, hitting the shots on it are a little bit difficult sometimes. It's not like if you mindless Orisa spam. However, though, there's also a pretty good fall off on it. So at this range you notice here, I'm not doing that much damage. I also believe, do you see that bottom right-hand bar, the red bar on the meter? Once you're past that range, like this range right here where you see I'm shooting it, the damage fall off actually builds. So if you hold down her left click and it does more damage, if it does more shooting, it does less damage. My favorite tank, Roadhog. You all know I love Roadhog,
my favorite
right?
tank.
Yeah. No. Anyways, look at this guy just vibing out.
Look at this dude.
Hanging out near this ledge. It'd be a shame if somebody sent him off the map.
Bruh.
Attention gamers. Man, I wish I found this program sooner. Outplayed recorded
Ads.
highlights of your game completely.
We all hate ads.
Yeah, maybe next time I won't send myself off the map. I can actually do it without it. So the javelin spear has many uses. But the biggest two, in my opinion, are the damage. It does, I think, 25 damage per hit. Up to 50. So let's not talk numbers. But it knocks them back. And it can eat ults.
The ultimate
Lastly,
looks interesting.
Javelin spear, and honestly, my favorite one so far.
Oh yeah, this looks cool.
Now,
I think I saw a couple clips
this.
of it before. Bruh.
It also
I love that
continues the
animation.
wall. So let me show you what that looks like. Oh my god. It does a devastatingly large amount of damage. This is extremely useful against Rhine pinning and Doomfist.
Oh yeah, true. Would it cancel a Rhine pin?
Orisa seems to be the brawl king at the moment, almost more so than Rhine.
Wait, chat. Would it cancel the Rhine pin? Would it like completely cancel the Rhine pin, or would it just like shove him back a bit, like for as long as the spear like pulls him back? Like what would happen?
Now Rhine, I think, with a few changes, can probably take that title back. However, though, Orisa is very much like the I'm not going to let you get in my face and dominate me tank anymore. Lastly is her Fortify. Her Fortify still grants, it's like a 40% damage reduction, but it also actually gives you an extra 125 over health. Now remember, There's
Oh,
no
what?
longer extra armor or Lucille beat. Everything is extra overshields now. All additional health, rally armor, beat, shields, whatever.
Overshields.
All one. Hammond shields are all one type. And it's called overhealth or overshield. You also
Okay.
do slower while in Fortify. I'll start walking, then pop Fortify for you. I believe it's a 10 or 20% reduction in movement speed, so you can't just run enemies
That's
down.
good.
Popping Fortify. Which is
Imagine
good.
if she went
Last
faster. That'd be
change is her
scary.
ultimate.
That'd be scary as hell.
Is
She could
a-
run people down as fortified.
Almost like a
fortified or so.
graviton snare, where she pulls in everyone around her to herself and charges this slam, and it does upwards of a maximum of, I believe, 250 damage if you don't escape it in time, and she charges up enough. Let me demonstrate. So if I let that go for the whole,
That's literally just like grab. That's like grab, but like more damage. But I mean, it can be cancelled, so you know. Bruh. But like seriously, that's like you could even like pair dragon with that, like the like Hanzo's ult. And literally, like all those enemies are gonna be low health because like look how much damage that did. They're like 1.
whole 4 seconds, it would do 250 damage. I can still be shot at
250.
during that and take damage, so it's definitely a bit of a risk-reward play. It's very good at pulling a team in to her and absorbing that damage. You also notice that, look, she was fortified. I'll show you one more time. Her ultimate, I'll let it charge the whole time this time. Fortified, pulls
Oh,
them
it
all
does a little bit of damage to him before she does that. Oh my god,
in.
if you
250 damage.
so if you let it charge all the way, it just like insta kills the squishies. What the heck?
Diva. Diva doesn't seem to have gotten many changes in 5v5.
What got
The
to get
biggest
washed up?
noticeable
Oh
one for
good.
me is the
Oh good.
3-second defense matrix, which is very strong.
3
It
seconds,
appears,
bruh.
To me, at least, that the off tanks are very strong in the current format. That could change by, you know, beta time. That could change by, you know, live release. But at the very moment, Diva actually feels very strong. I wouldn't say oppressive, but very strong.
Diva's always been kind of strong. I'm not gonna lie.
She does a little bit less damage, but not by a lot. She still does a significant amount of damage to targets.
Jeez, I think that looks like more damage in my
More so
opinion.
than some of the main things. As you saw, while I was shooting with the Orisa left clicks.
Look at how much each
doing
pellet
way
does.
less
What the
damage
hell?
than I was doing here on Diva.
That's crazy.
You still have micro missiles. Diva also has the same
Bruh.
ultimate. Her bomb. I'm curious to hear the gunshots.
Oh, I like the sound difference.
I will say the sounds in this game are beautiful. They are so good. Next up,
There is no obligation
we got
for
Sigma.
the universe to make
Sigma
sense to you.
Siggy.
didn't get many changes. Got an extra 150 HP through shields and health.
Understandable.
Barrier has been reduced a little bit. If you look at the bar on the bottom and on my bottom left next to his health pool, there's new.
Wait, what's his barrier at the moment? Is it like 900 instead of 700 right now? Because you just said barrier's been reduced. I don't really play tanks, so I don't know. Yeah. Must be 900 now then. Oh, is it? I didn't... Yeah, no, I thought it was already 700. I'm like, what?
New ways to look at what your
Yeah.
shield health is and be able to easier manage your shield health. One-shot combo is back, so if you hit someone with a
One-shot-
rock left click,
Bruh.
you will kill them. I don't know if it was the left click that got buffed or the rock, off the top of my head. Regardless, so Sigma feels very much like normal Sigma. I actually haven't seen people play a lot of Sigma, whether because they're just sick of playing him on the ladder, or he's actually not that strong. But so far, I wouldn't say that he's been the most. I wouldn't say he's been the most standout hero. Next up,
Monkey.
we got what I've deemed Sniper Monkey. Now, you look at my
Sniper
bottom right, it looks
Monkey.
like
I want to
Lucille.
see this.
There has not been
Wanna
anything
see
added
this?
yet. I don't know if it will ever be added, but there is now. If you look at my crosshair, it looks a little different. There is now a new right click. So the right click is a charge.
Right click. Wait, why doesn't it say it down the bottom right though?
Straight.
Oh, right. It's alt fire.
Fully charged, consumes 20 ammo, does 50 damage.
Monkey's a
I have been
sniper!
loving this. Why? Well, let me show you. Let's say I want to fight this Soldier 76, and I'm looking to engage on him. Everybody knows you can jump on him, you know, melee combo and start tasing him. What if I told you there's now an even higher skill ceiling, and there's a new way to engage. You
Bruh.
can actually jump up in the air while charged, aim down at a target with your right click charged, hit them with the right click, come down, hit the ground, melee cancel for the burst damage, and then start left click and meleeing to kill them.
Oh my
I
god.
think that brings a lot of value to Winston. And in time,
Dive has to be the new meta. With Doomfist as a tank or Monkey as a tank, either one, dive has to be the new meta. Dude, I'm gonna have to get those sleeps down pat.
I'm like 93 or so to primal. I can sit on high ground and poke. And you see how my ult charge is
Monkey
going up by
poke.
about 3% per shot? I can finish up my
What?
ult and then jump in without being afraid of going boom. The last big quality of life change is Winston Bubble now has a timer that's displayed to you. So if you
Oh,
look
that's
at my
cool.
bubble here, you'll see the timer on the bottom. Now the top blue bar is the shield health, the white bar is the shield timer. So when the timer hits the end, the
That's
bubble
cool.
is done. Primal, same as before.
That'd be very helpful for me whenever I play Monkey, because I don't play Monkey enough. So like I'm gonna be sitting there just like, you know, half the time I try to like judge the time of the shield, but I don't actually know the time in seconds, so that's actually really helpful.
Good stuff. Next up,
Good stuff.
we got our old roly-poly pal, Hammond. Very much the same. Got an extra 100 armor. Still feels the exact same. The only difference is his E now gives over health as opposed to over shield. They actually might have changed the way his E worked, because I look like I got 300 health for 2
300?
targets there. Now, maybe I'm wrong on that. Let me try it. Oh, the adaptive shield health gain per target is increased back to 100. So it's like old ball. Interesting. Reinhardt.
Old ball.
Now,
If E gives health, then that might be enough to ball? No, no, it's the health, right? The health that it gives is like his shield. If you know what I mean. Like the all the shields, like extra armor and stuff, like Brig Rally, Lucio Beat, and all that stuff, and like the abilities and all that for each hero gives over health, or like over shield, whatever you wanted to call it. That's what he said. Instead of like all the different things that everyone gets, you know? Like you see Ryan's health bar in the bottom left under the chat there. That's the armor that Ryan already starts out with, but then the green stuff that adds on to that is the over health / over shield that's given from another ability. Like Orisa's Fortify gives her over health. So, yeah.
Reinhardt's got an extra 150
150,
health /
yeah.
armor, as you can see in the bottom left-hand
Bruh.
corner. And as you see on my screen, only has 1200 shield. Reinhardt still does the same amount of left-click damage on his swings. It's very much the same. The only change, however, is his fire strikes. Fire strikes, he's got 2. They do 90 damage apiece.
90 damage apiece.
So, not
Nice.
quite 100, but you get 2 of them. Reinhardt also has really intense turning on his charges. Charges also reduced to an 8-second cooldown. And is cancel. So you can actually pin people off the map and then stop, and they will go off the map and you will not. So good little
Bruh.
tech to have in your back pocket. Wonder who I got that idea from. No, I'm just kidding. They probably came up with it on their own, but regardless though.
What's it called? I'm just waiting for all those Ryan rollouts to start though, over the roofs. Now that Doomfist is just gonna be a fire counter. Because E adds extra health, so would Sig consider the extra health and do more damage, but then if the extra health is feels less sick. Yeah, no, either way, if Hammond has the extra health, as he's in the slam down animation, I'm pretty sure it'll still take half with the second health, like the extra health on it. Like I'm pretty sure it'll still take half of what he's got, even if the health disappears just before he hits the ground or whatever. Because that's how it counted when, you know, he was on his way down. I don't know. That's something that we'll have to test out though. That's something we'll have to test out.
Shatter, I believe is
Yeah.
the same exact shatter. I think shatter should be 3 seconds, up from 2.5. But that sound, oh, that sound, though, that sound. All right, next. we got
Everything
Zarya.
sounds great.
Zarya has been kind of a menace. Not gonna lie to you. Zarya's big change is that she gets 2 bubbles now on either cooldown of herself or for others. So if she chooses, she can actually just bubble herself twice. They also take more damage. Now that's subject to change, but it could end up being like 250, I think is what it is right now. So right click.
Bruh.
Oh, that sound. Oh,
Look at that. Look at the boop. Like on either side of the right click when it lands. It just like pushes them all the way away. What the heck? You can imagine a comp. Ryan, Messi, and Sejan. Sejan, because she has like a grab ability. And Ryan Fire Strike with Messi boost should kill everyone but tank. Bro, that would be so OP. What the heck? I saw Sojan's ultimate can do collaterals. I'm pretty sure it was her ult, but that'll be interesting to mess around with.
oh my god, it sounds so good. Left click.
Oh, it's a weird sound. It's like similar, but it's different. The sound.
Sounds so good. Everything else is the same. She got an extra 75 HP. Lastly is Roadhog. Roadhog is very similar to live Roadhog. They gave him an extra 100 heals, and his E reflects that, so I think he heals for 350 instead of 300. Honestly, kind of struggles a little in 5v5, in my opinion, because he can't be the same flanking tank and, like, you know, the other tank you have to worry about, like on live. He's the one tank that you have. So there's a lot of ways to deal with Hog now that you have not had to in the past. Still does a absolute assload of damage if you hit them properly. Still has his one-shot combo.
One-shot combo.
Also, you want to hear his left click really quick?
Oh.
Oh, it sounds
Bruh.
so good.
When it hits the metal, did you hear that? That sounds so cool.
Lastly is his whole hog, which sounds phenomenal.
That's cool.
It just sounds so good.
That's cool.
Alright, next up, I will show you all the DPS changes. I'll go through every hero. If they got some big changes, we'll go over them. If they didn't get really big changes, we'll go through them pretty quick. Ashe, biggest changes are honestly the sounds to her dynamite and her gun.
It's like more like echoey. Sounds like it's more.
Dynamite sounds cool.
Wow.
Her gun
That sounds like a lot more
so
like
much
damage
more
ticks
chunky.
though. Her gun sounds thick.
Next up, we got Reaper. Reaper's actually very, very strong right now.
Bruh.
Reaper is pretty much the same.
Oh my
A
god,
lot of
that's
chunky damage. Reaper's
Wow.
guns just sound really good. All the new sounds sound amazing. Next up, we got Bastion. Bastion got some pretty big changes. He's kind of full.
Here we
rework,
go, guys.
actually.
Bastion.
His left click is more like a DMR now.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Got no recoil.
That's
which is, I'm not
spicy.
gonna lie, it kind of
That's a
feels
spicy sound.
weird. I'll aim right here. It feels so weird for it to not have recoil after like playing Soldier and stuff. Like, it feels so awkward. If that makes sense. I don't know. Like, not crazy about it. Bastion's new right click, which is like a grenade. It's pretty massive damage. Can stick to enemies. Lastly, which is the big one, Bastion's configuration tank. Now
I saw some gameplay of this, dude. What the hell? What the hell?
Unlimited ammo.
Unlimited ammo?
Lasts for as long as the sentry chart lasts. There's a timer on it, but pretty much you can non-stop shoot the entire
I
time.
love the
That's
sounds.
insane. There is one last change though to his ultimate. His ultimate is actually now an artillery barrage. So you see these two bots here? We'll go over here.
Oh my god. Maybe he's indoors. Bruh.
You can shoot that
That actually
pretty much
comes
from
down so
spawn, and
quickly.
It hits most, I wouldn't say like the direct center, as you saw the bot on the right survived with like 1 HP.
Literally Portuguese, literally.
Pretty solidly.
Bastion's gonna be so cool.
Squishy. Now Sojourn is crazy fun. I love Sojourn.
Bastion is gonna be so much fun to play. I reckon there'll be more Bastion mains. Honestly, with his like mobility and stuff, I reckon there'll be more Bastion mains. It's gonna be so weird watching him like run around in turret form though.
Sojourn's movement. Let me show you. So Sojourn kind of feels like an Apex character where her shift
Yeah,
is
Sojourn.
a slide.
Bruh,
Which
that's
you can
literally
jump
Apex.
at the end and get a super
That's
jump.
Apex.
So you can obviously choose
Bruh.
not to jump at the end.
She even
but
looks
why
like an
not, right?
Apex legend too.
Oh, it feels
She even
so
looks like an
good.
Apex legend.
You
She
can
looks
get
like she
high
should
ground
be
and
an
move so
Apex.
fast. So Sojourn first off, her left click is her normal damage. It's more, it's like a projectile. But it shoots pretty quick. So I don't want to say hit scam, but I almost don't want to say projectile. Now, do you see that 100 at the bottom? You're like, what is that? So that is
Yeah,
actually
what
her
is
railgun
that?
charge.
Bruh.
Her railgun is a maximum 200 damage with a headshot.
It's female soldier.
One tap. Ramp it up to 100. One shot.
Like,
Next
that
up, we
charges
have
so quickly,
Sojourn's
though.
E, which is like an area AoE denial grenade.
Sojourn's gonna be meta. She has to be.
Now, it can do some serious damage. It can do 200 damage to you if you sit in it.
Jeez.
But, I mean, it's really not that hard to get out of. It's just, if they do force you in a situation, you might be in a little bit of trouble. My favorite way of using this so far has actually been as a defensive tool. Whenever flankers like Genji or Tracer or even an enemy Sojourn have run up on me and gotten close range and I feel like I might lose the battle, I actually do this. I fight them while inside my own grenade. So
That's
if they
smart.
come into my territory,
That's smart.
I will take them on and I will beat them.
I like that.
Now her ultimate. Sojourn's ultimate charges her railgun rapidly. Up to, I think you can get 5 shots off if you do it immediately. Let me just demonstrate it for you.
This ends now. Calculated. Double kill.
Bruh.
Yeah,
6.
I lied. It was
Let's
6.
get back to basics.
6 shots.
There is
jeez.
one other mentionable part while I'm solo. I don't know if I can show you when I get someone in here. But the left click ramp up actually works on shields.
Shields.
So Reinhardt barrier, Sigma barrier, Winston barrier. That I'm not sure.
See,
It seems
she could like burn down shields, kinda. Okay, so Sojourner's meta 100%. That ability thing just melted 200 HP, literally. And the fact that she can literally charge it up on shields and stuff, like, bro, that's crazy. What the hell? Being able to charge up that ability on shields is actually insane, dude. Like, she's just gonna be melting the shields. She's gonna melt everything, like, literally.
seems like a little bit of like a hard counter to shields. Being able to build up your one-tap right-click off of shields, but I figured I'd at least mention it, that that's currently a way to build up her railgun. Next up, we got Cassidy.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like any tank could really do their job. I don't know about Roadhog so much. I feel like Roadhog is gonna be easier to counter in Overwatch 2. I feel like, but like, I feel like every tank will get their opportunity, and I think Orisa will probably be meta for a while because Orisa seems to be a fan favorite so far, and her abilities are actually sick as hell. Her sounds are so cool, and the fact that she has like the overhealth and a fortify and the javelins are so fun to use, and yeah, honestly. Red will have a tough time. Yeah, literally, I think he will too, 100%. I think he's gonna be countered so easily. But it's also kind of good. I mean, not for the Roadhog mains, but for everyone else who hates the Roadhog mains, I reckon it's good. I think you should grind Sojourn, not Tracer. I think you should too, Portuguese. I don't think Tracer's the pick here, eh? Bro, unless she has some crazy good change.
Cassidy got a little bit of a rework. No longer has a flashbang, and now he has a sticky grenade. If I just throw it,
Don't move.
blows up like a grenade. Now it's also heat seeking. It's not
Heat-seeking.
You have to be pretty much dead on with it.
Now,
Bruh, that's like Pulse
Then
Bomb. What
sticks
the
to
heck?
them.
Right again.
So I wouldn't say this is a great counter to Tracer, like how Cassidy currently is. However, though, you could force that recall out very early with a nice sticky grenade. It's also powerful at winning the 1v1s up close. Cassidy, though, I want to just let you hear his left click and his gun sounds because it sounds phenomenal.
Oh, I like that. The gun sounds like a beast. I like it. I like it.
Beautiful.
That's nice.
High Noon, to my knowledge, is pretty much the same. There is currently a damage reduction while charging High Noon, but I'm not sure if all that stuff is going to stay. I think it will, but regardless, that's just stuff that's being tested.
It's Hammond.
Where's the tumbleweeds? I feel like, where's the tumbleweeds?
Where's the tumbleweeds at?
Tumbleweeds.
I love how that's the one thing he notices. Where's the tumbleweeds, bro? That's true though. The tumbleweeds are a good part of the High Noon. Like, where the fuck are the tumbleweeds, Blizzard? Better get some new OP subs. True. The support's better be OVA. I know Ana hasn't changed too much, unfortunately, but I reckon we'll get a new support soon. Like soon after the betas, I reckon we'll get a new support, maybe. Hopefully. You'll be Doom Tank one trick. Oh my god, dude. That's gonna be crazy.
Well, next up we've got Soldier.
Soldier
Soldier is pretty much the same. Also, I will say Soldier actually feels pretty impactful in 5v5 with us shields. If you remember Season 3 Overwatch where Soldier was strong, when there wasn't much shielding, Soldier was good. I think that's kind of applies here. I will let you hear his pulse rifle and then keep moving.
I like that. I like that.
Alright, Echo. Echo got tuned down quite a bit.
Wait. You see her nails right here? Do they look weird to you guys? I mean, I know it's the skin. I understand the skin's like that, right? But they look like they're higher up. I'm sorry. They just look like they're higher up, and it looks weird. It looks weird to me. Yeah, I swear they weren't like poking up that high in Overwatch 1. I don't know, it just looks like they changed the design of it a little bit. It looks weird to me.
A bit in this. I don't want to go into exact details. You'll notice her left click has less ammo.
That's fair.
They changed the way her ultimate works. Echo Beam went from 200 to 175. An Echo Duplicate has a maximum health of 300. So let me show you that. When I copy this Reinhardt who has 650 HP, I should have 300 HP.
Wow.
I only have 300 HP, so this way you can't abuse Echo to have multiple tanks on the field at a time.
That's fair. That's fair, honestly. Like, I can understand that. The 300 HP. Bro, I can understand that though. She going for Velociraptor vibes, literally. Echo going for the Velociraptor look. Prehistoric. Bruh. But honestly, like, I can understand that, the 300. That's good, because, like, sometimes when Echo dupes Ryan and then, like, gets nanoed by the Ana after they've duped the Ryan, it's, like, kind of OP. It's just, like, having a normal nano Ryan. Plus, they'll have another Ryan on their team. It's just, like, what the heck? So, you know, I think that's fair. 100%.
Not bad. Next.
Like, you don't have to melt down 1200 health. It's only, like, 900 instead.
Sombra got a pretty big rework. So Sombra can stay invisible forever now.
Oh, wow.
Like she currently can. However, she can actually hack while invisible.
Bruh.
They're playing with this still. They're currently, as of this moment, they have nerfed it a couple times. So the cast time is much slower than what it was. However, though, hack in this is very different. Hack currently in this alpha and currently for Overwatch 2 is only a 1 second silence. So how hack currently is on the live server, or Overwatch 1, and then an 8-second hack where they take 40% more damage from Sombra, and they have walls on them. So silence for 1 second.
Look at that.
And then for the next 7 seconds, Sombra can see them through walls. It does a lot more damage.
Bruh, that's crazy. What the heck? Manning Sombra fuck heals. Bruh. Imagine like 2 Roadhogs and one tank dies. I don't know about Roadhogs, they could just get antied, but I'm thinking more like Reinhardt's and stuff. Or imagine 2 Orissas. And the fact that the ult gets charged so quickly. Like, bruh. Yeah, literally. Dude, Overwatch 2 gonna be crazy as fuck. Dude. What is that though with the that's so weird. I don't really think I like the hack so much. The fact that you can hack when you're invisible. I don't think I like that so much, you know? And the walls as well. I can understand that, but I liked her opportunity passive ability before, the opportunist one. Where you can see low people through walls. I hope they still have that. But I don't think it's fair that the hack has been able to see through walls, because opportunist is already enough, in my opinion. But yeah.
Loud.
Enjoy your emotes.
My god, that is chunky.
It's
Sombra's
okay.
EMP. I don't know if I can talk over that. Sombra's EMP does 40 damage. 40% of your health.
Did you guys see how fast that bloody charged up? What the heck? From like the headshots or whatever? That looks like it'll be easy to charge EMP.
Full in damage immediately. And then triggers the hack effect. So, you see this Reinhardt? Has pretty much full health by EMP him.
Bruh.
40% of his health right off. This does the same thing to the bots.
That's
And
crazy.
I believe they also take more damage from me.
Honestly, it might sound a bit crazy, guys, but I'm thinking a bit of Somber Widow action, actually. I feel like, I mean, if they haven't nerfed Widow at all, I feel like Sombra Widow wouldn't be a bad comp to run.
And also have the 7-second lingering hack. That part I'm not totally sure. I'm gonna refer to the sheets. Next up, we got Genji. Genji's pretty relatively unchanged.
I didn't realize he did that much damage.
I think that there's some things that are getting looked at for Genji. However, though, with the less CC that's currently in the game, Genji is definitely a little bit more viable. I will say, I think that
Nanoblade meta again? Question mark?
Genji has a much better chance to thrive in Overwatch 2, but might need some more tuning.
Where's the hoodie on Genji, huh?
To be fully viable as opposed to other
Where's the
things.
hoodie?
That's my own personal opinion, though.
That's what I want to know.
Symmetra's pretty much the same. To my knowledge, does not really have any major changes. They just changed the way she sounds a little bit. Probably not much, though. Torbjorn?
Yeah, stuff Symmetra.
The biggest Torbjorn change to mention
Sombra
is
Surgeon?
his
True.
armor overload. His E is now over health. So it turns to green health as opposed to the armor that he would be given. Hanzo?
That's not many changes at all for Bloody Torb. But I mean, I like the idea of the overhealth. The fact that it's all the same, like all the additional stuff for health is the same.
Does slightly less damage. It does 60 per arrow, I believe, instead of 70 on Storm Arrow. But other than that, pretty much the same. I will say the bow sounds really cool, though.
Ooh. Yo, that gives me like Far Cry / Assassin's Creed sort of vibes with the bow. I'm not even gonna lie, I like that. I like that so much more than how it sounds right now. Honestly, I love that. I love that sound.
Junkrat, so there is one major change to Junkrat. His Junkrat trap, you no longer are hard snared, you actually can move out of it. So, I broke him out of it. Maybe if I try again. Actually destroys it. Interesting. So Junkrat trap now works that you can actually move away from it, and it's very much slow. Like you only move at like 10% your normal speed.
I feel like that's really good because the Junkrat has to then, you know, do the nade / mine like one-shot combo to try and kill the target that's been trapped. I feel like that's good. The bow is so cool. Yeah, literally Hanzo's bow actually sounds insane. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited to play Hanzo.
Speed. Only move at like 10% your normal speed. However, though, if you're like on the
He literally just said snagged.
edge of a corner, you can back away from it. Next up, we got Tracer. No major changes other than her gun sounds sound a little bit different, and that she does slightly less damage. There might have been a pulse bomb change, but I'm not sure if that got reverted, so I'm not gonna really talk about the pulse bomb.
Come on, Snowball.
Next, we got Mei. So Mei has a pretty major change. Her left click no longer freezes. However, it does 100 damage per second. Now, that might not seem like it was very effective, but I watched Seagull, me, Emong, and Seagull were 3-stacking, and I watched Seagull literally go 1v5 versus a stack of devs and just solo them on Mei, and it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. Seagull running up behind an enemy team of devs, just going like this.
Oh my god, that's great.
Deleting them. I was peak.
That's crazy how much damage it does though. What the hell? Bruh. And imagine playing as Overwatch devs and just running up behind them doing that. That's funny as hell. This is like, hey, your game's broken, dude.
I kind of wish I had footage. But I didn't know we were going to be allowed to record at the time, so here we are. Right click is very much the same. And her Blizzard still does freeze, so no worries there.
Boom!
Widowmaker is pretty much the same,
Oh my
except
god.
currently they reverted her 25 HP, 200 health again. But the big thing is her gun sound.
200 health is- Whoa! Wait. I wanna listen to that again.
Is her gun sound.
What the heck? That sounds cool. That sounds like an actual rifle
Wanna look
now.
into intervention, anyone? Farah, no make.
It feels like it's got a little less sting to it, you know? Like, I feel like the Overwatch one sounds a bit more like it's got a sting to it, if you know what I mean. But that Overwatch 2 sound, holy crap, this actually sounds like a proper rifle now. That's crazy.
Major changes other than her sounds.
Oh. That sounds more like a rocket launcher.
Got some sounds cool too. Let's go over to some support changes. Ana seems pretty much the same.
Ana.
She does
Favorite hero.
slightly more damage. On her
Slightly
left
more?
legs. She does 70 now instead of 60.
Hold on. No, she did 75 anyway, didn't she? I'm pretty sure she does 75 anyway. Oh wait, no, she does 75 heals. Never mind. I don't know if it's the same for damage or not.
They changed.
Wait, no. It had to have been 70 anyway. I'm so confused because it's a 3-shot combo to kill. Wait, are the training bots are 200 health, aren't they? I'm so confused. I'm actually so confused now. Because I swear, his 3 shots to kill a squishy hero. And then, bruh, I don't even know.
Change the sound a little bit. Her sleep dart cooldown is a little bit longer, at 15 seconds. And
That sucks.
anti does 60 damage now as opposed to 100.
Aww.
Still has the anti effect. Mercy, Mercy
Rude.
has some quality of life kind of changes. Not only to herself but to other teammates.
Okay, but seriously, can we take a look at the golden guns? Like, they look so good though.
Easier to show and
Cool.
recognize if you're being damage boosted or healed. So on the receiving end of this, hopefully I can get some footage of that later when Emon gets on.
Look at that beam though. Look at the beam. It looks so cool. I like the look of it.
It's easier to tell when you're being healed as opposed to being damage boosted. Res is still the same.
That's nice. That's nice.
I'll say that Mercy definitely feels okay right now, and can be ridiculously strong,
Oh, yeah.
depending on who their DPS are. And I guess I'll just show you really quick. Valk is pretty much the same. Pistol sounds different though, which is cool.
The pistol sounds so cool. I like that, and the hit sounds too. They sound cool. They sound cool.
Next up is Baptiste. Baptiste is pretty similar. Lamp is still lamp. Deploys a little bit slower, which is something. To my knowledge, feels pretty much the same. Okay, there's been a lot of changes that have been happening over the last month or so of this alpha. Hopefully I don't know how to talk about all this, but they've been updating it quite often. So excuse me if I'm not totally set on what the number changes are, because they've been changed multiple times. But Baptiste actually got apparently antibiotic grenade actually does 100 health again.
Okay,
Wait, no,
good.
that's healing.
Oh.
Never mind. The healing still does 100. So On a nade, it does 100 healing, but 60 damage. Baptiste, right
At least
click,
it still does
is
100.
secondary fire heal. Does 50 healing. Currently, Brigand Spire is 90. Mercy healing for her staff is 55 per second. And Moira is at 70 healing per second on her left.
Bruh.
So, good things to know now.
Crazy.
Moira is pretty much the same. The UI change on the bottom right looks kind of cool, though, on her healing versus suck.
The sounds are kind of the same still, too. This is...
Everything else seems pretty much the same.
The sounds are the same. The ticking sounds are just, like, more frequent. That's all.
Zenyatta is pretty much untouched as well. What we're here for right now, the numbers will keep changing. But talking about how the hero looks and reworks, you can see down below the Discord orb, when you put it on an enemy, lights up, show.
That's cool. That's cool. And you can see on either side of your ult meter who's discorded and who isn't. That's good. That's smart. I like that. I like that.
By your ultimate, who it's on, and healing, same thing. So you can see I have a healing
That's
on the
sick.
bot and a Discord on the Tracer.
That's
Zen's
sick.
right click changes its point of firing. You'll notice what I mean. So instead of firing all from center mass, it looks like they actually come from the directions the orbs shoot out.
I see
So
that.
you see some orbs come from the right and the left and middle, which I think is really cool. It's a nice
I like
addition.
that. I like
It's
that.
Good animation, realistically.
And the orb charge up looks different too. I do like the way that they look when they're charging you up as well. It actually looks sick though.
Zen otherwise seems pretty much unchanged. Brig is slightly changed.
Brigida.
Brig first off can go much further with her bash. Is her shield bigger?
Her shield looks bigger.
Appears to be a little bit bigger.
It looks a bit bigger.
Has the same health on screen as Reinhardt, and travels further with the bash.
That's cool. That's quite a bit though.
Further than a normal,
that's a big
shield bash
bash
does on the live
length.
service game.
Honestly, the range.
Whip shot, still normal. Armor pack is still normal.
That wait. No.
Armor pack is still normal.
Look at the animation. It's like a little spirally thing.
However, though, the big change is that Brig no longer stuns with her shield bash. It does 50 damage.
Oh.
So you see
Okay.
I did 50 damage to the Tracer. Tracer actually wouldn't be stunned during that. So you can actually one-shot combo a Tracer, but they won't be stunned, so the Tracer can just recall out of it. So I guess if they aren't paying attention, I guess they could be one-shot comboed. But lastly, we have Lucio. Biggest change, in my opinion, right now is the sound.
Ooh.
So chunky.
Yeah, that sounds like thick, dude. That sounds deep. So yeah, they changed it to 50 damage. I mean, that's understandable though. Like they gave her the further range with the shield bash, but rather than stunning things, it's just damaging things. So I don't know. Maybe that's just to help fight off flankers more rather than having the heavy CC in the game. I'd say it'd be helpful against tracers, for example, if you're like protecting your honor and stuff, but it would also be more helpful. Yeah, no, she's still support. These are all the supports. But yeah, Doomfist was the first one. He was the only one who changed categories, I think. But yeah, Brig's still support. Yeah. It's different. It's different. I feel like it'll encourage more of the Brig players to actually go in and get more value by doing damage and make them more like mobile rather than so much of a like. Right now they're kind of a babysitter for like an honor or whoever they're protecting, or like a Zen or whatever, from a dive comp. But I feel like she's got more potential in Overwatch 2 to actually get more damage in and create more value in space by herself. Her kit makes sense. Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. Feels more like a brawly type of support now, rather than so much of a babysitter from a dive comp. I like it, honestly.
I don't know if it's been changed, but you feel like you got punched in the face right now. Playing.
Bro, my door just opened for no reason. I'm so confused.
Playing against Lucio, so I'm not sure if that's been changed, if the sound of that has been changed, but like, feels really chunky. Other than that, Lucio is pretty much the same. I'll say that every overheal is based pretty much on Lucio's beat, and I don't believe any of them give ult charge. Don't quote me on that one though. That one might be a little bit tougher. Maybe we'll I gotta look into that one a little bit more. That might be a note for later. Maybe we'll just leave it as it is for now, because things change. So, regardless, so Lucio is pretty much the same. The ping system.
So apparently for Lucio's ult at the moment, his beat is just overheal, which is like all the extra shield and stuff that people get, but instead it's like not the armor, it's not the like not all this different stuff, it's all just overheal right now. So apparently Lucio's ult is just a bunch of overheal now instead of the sound waves or whatever they are.
In Overwatch,
The shield and stuff.
Is a new addition with Overwatch 2. You can ping by using the middle mouse button. There's the generic ping, which is the location ping, by looking at a location and pressing the middle mouse button.
That's cool.
It will then place a marker for
That's
your
cool.
team to see.
That's helpful.
Now, kind of like how in Apex,
But I can also see that going very, very wrong when someone decides to spam the ping button and annoys the shit out of your team. I can see that happening too. I hope you can mute it.
other games, you can use it to mark enemies. A little marker will show up over their head.
That's smart.
This is what it looks like.
That's good. When I sleep someone, I could just mark it. That's good. I like that. Valorant. I haven't played too much Valorant, so I couldn't really agree or disagree. Spam the tanks, etc. Will 100% happen. Yeah, literally. Someone's just gonna bound it to the actual scroll wheel rather than like binding it to just clicking the scroll wheel. Like they're just gonna keep scrolling and it's just gonna be pings all over the map. It's gonna be so freaking annoying. I can see it happening. I can see it happening now.
It also is detailed for each hero. There's also, if you hold the ping button, this wheel appears. And each one has a different notification.
That's cool.
Or a marker. Enemy.
We kind of have them already, but they're just like not pings in Overwatch 1.
Point. Going in.
I'm going in.
Say a voice line, show an arrow.
I'm going in.
Attacking.
Oh, good, a husky. Oh, good.
Fall back.
Fall back.
So I'm pretty sure
Good luck
that
in your
one
game.
actually puts a ping on your own head. So if you do this,
Fall back.
a ping will appear on your head for your teammates.
I need help.
Same thing. It will ping yourself defending.
I'm on defense.
So in like an Apex where you're like, oh, I'm holding this area, you can defend here, or watching. Like, oh, like there's a widow maybe on high ground. Keeping an eye on that. You still have your normal
Smart.
wheel, which is your like emote when you hold C for hello and stuff. Emotes, sprays and whatnot. There is a lot of wheels. I wouldn't say it's that
A lot of
complicated.
wheels.
The only complaint I had, and I think this is something others had as well, is the distance. So like when I press middle mouse wheel, there's a big distance I have to cross before I get there. It was like a
But you can do
smaller
that quickly,
flip.
though.
I think that would be a little bit better.
Going in.
You can still do it quickly,
Regardless,
though.
That's my own personal critique. Again, it's an alpha though, and they've been very, very responsive with our asks. Responsive with our criticisms. Responsive with making changes when things don't work right, or they're broken, or when things maybe need to be balanced a little bit better. Sojourn was a great example. Sojourn was very, very, very strong. In my opinion, brokenly so at first. And they actually toned her down quite a bit to the point where it's a pretty fair, rewarding character at this point.
I feel like
So,
she's
that
good,
was a quick
but
little
like
inside
OP
look
still.
at the ping system in Overwatch 2.
It's cool.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Yo, Jody, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. It's great to see you. Your boy minutes that you start cheesy lasagna. I would love some tongue. Yes, please. Yes, please. Bruh. I like that. I like those changes. It's different. It's different. But I like them. I think they're good, honestly. I think they're great.